Hi, it's Julie. Welcome back. Today I want to show you my drugstore makeup that I have been loving and reaching for over and over. Some of these are just so amazing. Not just for drugstore, but just in general. They're great makeup. So the first thing is a foundation that I use almost every day. It's kind of the one that I reach for. I'll mix things with it sometimes, and that works well too. This is the Maybelline Fit Me. One is the matte and poreless, and one is the dewy and smooth. What I like to do is mix them. I have a winter color and a summer color when I self-tan my face, and then I have the matte and poreless, like I said, and the dewy and smooth. And I'll put on the back of my hand, you know, 50-50 in the ones that I want to mix. Like right now, I don't want to go quite as fair as my winter color, so I'm mixing the summer and the winter. I'm mixing the dewy and smooth with the matte and poreless. I'll mix it up and put it on with a beauty sponge. You can use this and put it on with your fingers or a brush. Any of the ways that you like to apply your makeup work really well. And if you have oily skin, go for the matte and poreless. If you have dry skin, go for the dewy and smooth. I think they have a lot of different shades. I think that this is just an excellent foundation. Easy to find at the drugstore, Walmart, Target, Ulta, anywhere. And about, I'm trying to remember, I think it's about $7 container. The only thing is that it does not have a pump. It comes like this, and let me show you. It comes with a wide opening, so you can kind of waste some product. I know you can purchase a pump, but they're usually about $10, so I've not done that for these. So there's that. This one is the 125 Nude Beige, and the finish is the matte and poreless. So that's the matte and poreless, how that looks, and then I'll show you the dewy and smooth. We'll see if we can tell a difference with the finishes. I don't know if it will show up because they don't have time to dry down, but we'll give it a shot. But I just love these. I mix them sometimes with my It CC cream. Okay, there's the two different colors. The lighter one is the dewy and smooth, and they are medium coverage. They're very buildable. If you put a little bit on with a light hand, especially with a beauty sponge, you get a lighter coverage. So you can kind of choose the way you want to wear it, and I love it. Okay, the next product is an eyebrow product, and this is something that Ellis for Living recommended. It's by e.l.f. I've tried several different eyebrow products, and I really do like this. It's not very fine tipped like Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'll show you. On one end it has a spoolie, and this one is in taupe. It twists up. It looks like this. Let me get the color for you. It isn't warm. It's a really nice, there we go. It's a really nice sort of cool toned taupe. I love the color. Well, the first time I put it on, I thought, oh, I don't like the tip. It's too thick. I have to take more time with it. But now that I've gotten a little bit used to it, I love it. And for the price, I think this might be the only one I'm going to be repurchasing because I can get the same look at a fraction of the cost. I really do like it. It's not too hard and waxy, and it's not too soft. It stays for the day. And then I'm setting it with the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. And this is really nice. You don't get too much product, and it really does hold your brows in place. You don't get this thick, stiff eyebrow. It's very nice, and you can feel that it's got something in it, but it's kind of a softer hold. So I love that. And then with the Maybelline Fit Me, you don't always have to powder, especially if you're using the matte, unless you're extra oily. But if you use the dewy and smooth, I do powder in my T-zone especially, and this Maybelline Fit Me loose finishing powder in number 10 Fair Light is fantastic. It looks like that on the inside, and it's just a beautiful powder. I don't use a lot of different powders. I don't use a different powder for under my eye, a different one to finish, a different one to set. I only have a few powders, and this is the only drugstore one I have. Absolutely love it. If this was the only one I had, it would be enough. So I highly recommend this. And I am not a powder person. Powders that I've tried in the past have really shown up on my skin. So this, as long as you tap off and use a light hand, or you use a beauty sponge that's damp, you can knock some powder into this cap and then dip your lightly damp sponge, and then press it into your skin. It turns out looking really, really natural and like skin. It's very nice. Then the blush I've been reaching for over and over from the drugstore is a L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Blush, and this one is in, what's it called? Subtle Sable. There's the cover, and there's the color. I don't like a really bright blush. I like a very neutral toned, subtle flash like Subtle Sable. So let me get this on the back of my hand. Can you see that? I just think that this is a really beautiful buildable blush. It's not so pigmented that when you put it on you think, oh my gosh, I have to blend this out. This is kind of scary. This is really silky and blends and builds. So if you want more color, you can get it. And I don't put a lot on, but you can kind of see it on my cheeks there. Then the bronzer. That is a fairly recent purchase, but it is an excellent bronzer from the drugstore. The only other bronzer that I have that I've kept is the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. I've tried many other drugstore bronzers, but this is going to stay in my collection because it is just a gorgeous, cool sort of toned bronzer. This one is Maybelline City Bronzer in 200. And it as well is very silky. It does have a little warmth to it actually, but it's not orangey at all. Look at that. Works well with my fair skin. Just really a nice formula. Very, very nice. And I've been reaching for it over and over. Then the thing that you see on my cheeks, if you can see that highlight there, that's this. It's by L'Oreal. It's the True Match Lumi Glotion. And this one is the lightest color that they have. I'll put it up, put the name of it up. But what I do with it is I will put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'll show it to you so you can see how pretty that is. Look at that, so pretty. And I'll just tap a little bit on the tops of my cheekbones, and then I can use my damp beauty blender to blend it in, or I'll just use a couple of my fingers and tap it in. But I put it there, and I put it on my collarbone as well. I put that on a while ago, so I don't know if that's still on, but on my cheekbones, it looks really nice. I like it because there's no glitter in it. It's just a nice, healthy, fresh sort of glowy look. Then for my eyes, I wanted to find a one eyeshadow shadow color that I could just put on one and done all over my lid and blend it out. I didn't want to have to buy an eyeshadow palette from the drugstore. I have bought so many eyeshadow palettes from the drugstore, and unlike many of you, I didn't like the Milani eyeshadow palettes. I just didn't. And I know that they must be really good because so many of the YouTubers that I respect have said that those are excellent. So if you're looking for a drugstore palette, look into the new Milani eyeshadow palettes. I'm not sure what they're called, but I actually bought one and returned it. So this is by Rimmel London, and let me see what it says. It's Magnifies number 3, All About the Base. Packaging looks like this. It's not a real small single eyeshadow. It's fairly large, and this is the color. It's very neutral. It's this really pretty, it's what I have on my eyes except for the shimmer. That's the color that I have on my eyelid, in my crease, and underneath my eyes. And it is very nice. It's a little bit drier. It's not super creamy. It doesn't have a lot of kick up. It kicks up a tiny bit. But I really like this. This I definitely will keep. That's the color right there. It's not so light that it doesn't show up. It's definitely buildable. I put on a bit for it to show up, but it doesn't take that long. It's not like I have to work really hard to get it to show. And it's not so dark that I have to, you know, be ready to kind of have a smoky eye look. This is an eyeshadow everyday color for office, for work, for a trip that you might go on, where you know you could just buff this in on your lid and be good to go. So I love this. Then the shimmery part that you can see on my eyelid, hopefully, is fantastic. This is by Essence. It's their Melted Chrome eyeshadow, and this is the color Zinc About You. That's the packaging. And it is so, so good. If you are looking at higher end glitters or shimmers, look at that. That's it on my finger. I guess it's more metallic looking, but I can put it on with my finger. I can also put it on with a synthetic brush. That's the color there. Look at that. And this was probably less than $5. That's Zinc About You. And then I picked up another one. I haven't worn this next one yet. I've worn the Zinc About You several times, but I haven't worn this one. And this one is called Lead Me. And it is a silvery one. My gosh, it's so pretty, you guys. For the price, you can't beat it. That's the silver right next to the, that's the silver right next to it. That's the Lead About Me and Zinc About You. They had a bronze one as well, but I have enough kind of shimmery bronzes that I didn't pick it up. But wow, are those so pretty and so inexpensive. The next thing I got was from L'Oreal. It's the Voluminous Lash Paradise, and I have loved this. I had one in rose gold that I reviewed and I did not like it, but I'll show you this one. This one is in their black. You have to shake it a little bit. It has a ball in there. It's nice and dark black. Really nice. You can put it on a little bit thinner than this, but not much, and that's what I have on. And I felt like I could go ahead and try this since I'd been using very, very thin ones. So I was a little bit intimidated the first time I put it on because it's got a slightly thicker line to it when you lay it down, but it's easy to apply. I just have to take my time. You know, when you have the lines and the crepiness on your lid, it can catch and skip on your wrinkles. So I have to kind of be careful on the outer edges, but I can turn it like straight toward my eye if it skipped a little bit, and then just fill in with little dots, and that works just fine. And I really, really like this eyeliner. It stays all day, it doesn't smudge. I think it's great. Then I've talked about this before. It's the Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer. It is an excellent primer. I've tried many different ones from Lancome and different brands, and this one is excellent. Gets all your lashes with those tiny bristles. Works perfectly. Super inexpensive. This is the only one I need to have. Then the mascara that I have on, I've talked about a lot. I learned about it from Kathy, from Kathy's Beauty Care Chats quite a while ago. This is the Lash Princess Sculpted Volume. That's it. It's the purple one. It's got a little bit of curve to it. Gets all your lashes. It does a lot of volume. It builds a lot of volume, and sometimes I have to use my eyelash comb and sort of separate some of my lashes, but I don't mind doing that because I think this is a great mascara. Then the last two things are for lips. This is by Revlon. This is called the Exfoliating Balm. Comes like this. It's a chubby stick, twists up. It has this sugar scrub on it that isn't, well, it is. It's pretty scrubby. So you have to be gentle. I've been using it just about twice a week. You have to gently put it on your lips. For me, I have to be really gentle because I can get cold sores. And then I just exfoliate my lips in the shower, and this works great. It's nice and convenient. It's not messy. You're not sticking your finger in a tub or anything. I think it works really, really well. Okay, this last item is pretty fun. It's by Wet n Wild. It's brand new, and it's the Liquid Catsuit High Shine lipstick. This one I heard about on Hot and Flashy from Angie, and the color is Chic Got Real. There's the little doe foot. It's got a scoop in it. I'll put it on my hand. It's very opaque. It's this nice rosy pink. It's what I have on my lips. You can see. It's really comfortable. It's not a matte to where it dries down. And I really, really like the color. It's really pretty. Great for spring, great for summer. These are drugstore items that I am absolutely loving. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate all of you. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you soon.